Now, if you have a Sagittarius Saturn, which means in your natal chart, Saturn is placed in the Sagittarius sign. So, if your natal Saturn is in the Sagittarius sign, then the transiting Saturn is going 4 houses away from the natal Saturn. So, the transiting Saturn is going 4 houses away. So, that means the natal Saturn is 10 houses away from the transiting Saturn. So, this is being in a Kendra position from each other. This is a good placement because what it is doing is, it is telling you that Saturn placed in the Sagittarius sign, a fiery sign, but in the sign of higher education, learning from experiences. So, the transiting Saturn is creating an opportunity to make gains and get assets, more assets, houses, conveniences. If you are ready to learn from your experiences, you are using experiential learning to be able to make better gains in your career, because both the transiting Saturn is aspecting with the 7th aspect, the 10th house from a natal Saturn perspective, and the 10th aspect of the natal Saturn is also on the 6th house of service and the 10th house of career. The 6th sign of service, I mean. So this is an overall good placement of making assets from your career. So if you really worked hard, then at home or being able to make assets through your service and through the money that you gain, and through that a better placement or better stature in society, better designation at work is also coming in through career. Very, very strong placement of growth, promotion and career. But this is only from a natal Saturn perspective in Sagittarius sign. However, the rising sign could be anything. So let's take any rising sign at random to see how the placement may work out. Let's say your rising sign is Cancer and your natal Saturn is placed in the Sagittarius sign in the 6th house. This is just a rising sign of Cancer. We are taking at random. We could have taken we could have taken Taurus, Gemini for those where Saturn is placed in the Sagittarius sign. So here we are taking the example of Cancer sign being the rising sign and your natal Saturn being in the Sagittarius sign. So then the transiting Saturn is going 4th houses away from it in the 9th house in the Pisces sign. So the natal Saturn being in the Sagittarius sign in the 6th house, while it rules the 7th and the 8th house, which means relationships are getting connected to service. But a transformation, a sudden upheaval in relationship may also come in connected to work. Those below you may also create problems and challenges, even emotional challenges, because your rising sign is Cancer. So you need to be real careful when you connect with and work with people who work below you and create the relations. Better relations create better rapport so that you can make gains of the 9th house where your transiting Saturn is going, where its 3rd aspect is on the Taurus sign. So through service, overcoming challenges, problems, ability to work with people, making gains and money gains, especially where you are able to expand your social network because of your ability to work with people, and through that you make gains. But both of them are aspecting the 3rd house of effort. So which means only through effort the gains may come in, where you are able to overcome competitions and make long-term gains, especially connected to money. However, here we have taken the example of the Cancer sign being the rising sign. Whichever is your rising sign, if you have a natal Sagittarius Saturn, do see how many houses, which house the Saturn rules in your rising sign, and from there, 4th house placement of the transiting Saturn, what gains, what probabilities and potential it is bringing for you.